what we're going to do now is we're going to come down to, I'm thinking about, because we haven't actually done a breakdown on the track yet. I know you're just dying to hear my track, really, aren't you? Dying? No, you're not really. Anyway, you're definitely not dying. Right, but you might want to hear it because it is pretty fucking amazing. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these last 2 squares off here because this is where it could be just about having a breakdown. However, you might not need to do it that way. I'm still thinking about, I don't need to do it that way. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go straight to what I've done is I've copied this. This is the scene here. So I've copied this scene over to this scene here. So this is this scene here, okay? And on this scene somewhere, I've got to check it's the right one, okay? Hold on, because you've got the arrangement on. This is another thing. You can't actually play. There is only one way of playing the track while you're doing the arrangement, okay? Which is to press the shift button and to hold this down. It took me ages to learn that on YouTube. So when you do that, it will play the track wherever you are on the track, okay? But it did take me a long time to learn that. But you can't just play it. If you try to play it, it will always go back to the beginning, okay? So in order to play it from the beginning, you have to remove this. And then, for wherever you are on the track, again, it will only play it from the beginning. So you're not going to be able to do that. So you're still going to only come from the beginning. But what that does is it enables you to put more stuff, so say when you're working with it and you want to keep coming back to a certain section, what you do is you'd have that on and you'd kind of press play, and what you'll do is you'll take the arrangement off it while you're playing it like this, and that means that wherever you are, it's going to stay on that part of it, so that you don't have to keep going looking for it all through this part here. You can just come and edit the loop wherever you are on that part of the arrangement. Okay, so that's how to kind of stop the track and actually work with that particular part of the track. In terms of actually putting the stuff in the track, this is how you do it. This is the quickest way to do it. Now, you don't have to literally put just 16 bars on every one, but I just literally plan my track. So it's just I have usually, I'd say about the first 4 to 6 bars. That will just be percussion. And then, usually I'd say around about here on this track, but it depends what kind of music it is. Some I'd have a longer intro, and then my bass would come in about here. But anyway, so what we're going to do is, because we took the arrangement off, we can now not be at the beginning of the track. So what we're going to do is, so what I want is for the track to come into this part now after the first purple, so I don't really need to use this part. So from here onwards, this is the quickest way to do it. I mean, you can program it. There's 2 different ways of programming it. There is down here where you can literally tell it, if you just move these buttons, which scene you want, etc, etc. Okay, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it that way, because this has got a little bit more complicated, because I've got another track and stuff on here, which is just, so I kind of started doing something else because I got a little bit carried away with some other stuff when I was doing another track, and I thought, right, so this track, I'm doing something else now, because I just suddenly got this idea to do this track. So anyway, so what you need to do is you press this button here, and this brings you to the arrangement, and then basically you're now on this button on the arrangement. So what you do is you just press down here on this button, and that will automatically bring the track to where you are on the arrangement. So this is telling you what scene it is and what pattern number it is. and how many times you repeat it. Now obviously if you want to repeat it more than once, then you just tell it that, but most of my stuff's just once. So for me it's just literally just do that, that's the next one, just do that, that's the next one. It's really straightforward because I've got quite a lot of experience with it. So basically you just literally know what you've put everywhere, know it's going to kind of sound right in a row, and then you just press the buttons, and like literally that's all of this part now done, this part of the track. So now we've got to like the end of that part, and I'm thinking about like what am I going to do next. So we've got a yellow one over here, so let's just check what's on this yellow one. Yeah, I think we're going to do that next. So yeah, so basically, I mean, you got the gist of it. That was like, you just literally just press the buttons, you make sure you're in the right place in the arrangement where you want the track. You just press the buttons here, and it just, you know, puts in wherever you've pressed down here on the thing. So whatever you want, you just come up here, press the button, and it will just add wherever you are on here. So that's pretty much it, guys. So it's just what I just wanted to help you with how to learn how to do the arrangement, and really, you know, how to learn how to stop the arrangement where it is without having to keep going back to the beginning. It is actually quite complicated. When I first started using the Pioneer Toraiz SP16 professional sampler, it was really difficult actually. It took me probably quite a long time, maybe even a year, to get my head around just little things like using the arrangement window, and like how to do stuff was actually quite complicated, and just little things is not that obvious how to do. So yeah, hopefully that will help you guys if any of you decide to buy the sampler. I personally prefer it to the Pioneer 1000 because that's like more of a performance kind of sampler, and you can't really write like full tracks on the 1000 without like using your decks and other things and like totally recording the whole lot live. So yeah, personally it's my preference. And also, you don't need to have a laptop or a computer or anything like that. The sampler is like totally mobile. You can take it anywhere. I was actually thinking about buying like a battery that you can just like plug it in, and just like literally you can just take it anywhere. And as long as you've got a pair of headphones or whatever it is, take your Bluetooth speaker or whatever it is, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'd really recommend that. It's a very good piece of kit to have. Definitely one of my favorite things that I've ever had. Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a lovely day, and thanks for listening to my videos once again. And no, you can't have my tune. Get lost.